And my mother was with someone for a long time, and I even called him dad for a period of time, but like, he's not my dad.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mind fuck, like.
So, like, stress and trauma makes you forget a lot of things. We all make a choice. We can break the cycle or we can repeat them.
First off, side note, Lifetime, women, stop watching that channel. That is the most terrible channel I've ever seen in my life.
What's up, everybody? I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And welcome to another episode of Issa Kickback.
What's happening?
Hey, this episode, we kind of get real. It's the holiday season, and, we're all thinking of families and things like that, but not all of us have the best backgrounds when it comes to that.
No, especially when you look the way we look, unfortunately. More times than none, it's the same background story.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that trickled down is the negative shit sometimes.
Exactly.
But before we get into it, you guys know we got to set the vibe, and Marcellus is going to handle that for us this week.
For sure. There are two reasons I'm scared to let people in. The damage they can do, the damage they can find.
Yeah. That's a
fact.
Yeah. I mean, when people hear that, they might think of like relationships in general, but that's like your friends. Like, when you grow up, you kind of grow apart from your siblings, and it's like, do they know who you are today? And your parents, like, if you did have a rough upbringing, do your parents know who you are today?
Yeah.
Are you even willing to let them be? Due to how you were raised and things like that. So that's just that's real.
And kind of vice versa too. Like, your parents may not even know how to like let you in as a child.
Word.
Like, yeah, I'm an adult now, so we can have real conversations if you'll let me. But more times than none, they don't know how to do that. Maybe because they still see you as a child. And I'm like, man, like, we went through life situations on our own. Let's compare notes. Let's elevate each other.
Yeah.
I think more times than none, neither one of us know how to approach that conversation.
Yeah. It's always has its nuances, and so just as we dive into this episode, is going to be about being raised by a single parent and or in toxic households.
Yeah.
Because the unfortunate reality is, I was raised by a single dad, and my mom. We would see our mom on summer, and she's not ashamed and she's not embarrassed, and she's very present now that we're old enough to have those conversations.
Yeah.
But I was raised by a single man, so it was just like, he raised three of us, and I just want to give him his credit because I'm a college graduate, my brother's an Army veteran, and my sister's about to be a college graduate.
Hey, shout out to him.
So, he managed to do all that by himself. And I'm, not to say by himself, because his, there's hands, you know. But
it takes a village if you have
type shit. And I think he was lucky enough to find people there's people still in Quincy that I call my uncle because that's just what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, how about you, though, Celis?
I mean, for me, I was raised by a single mother who had my sister and I. And my dad, I mean, he lived in a different state, so I didn't really see him much. But, we would check in and, have our whatever relationship. And even as I'm growing up, we're cool, but like, we're not like gonna have a father-son catch,
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Well, growing up, being around her and seeing her care for, especially me with my medical issues, she has trigger colleges as well, so she could kind of raise me accepting that and visually seeing that she's living a normal life. So I kind of had that like perspective that things can be normal. So that was a huge weight off my shoulders, just eternally,
Yeah.
With the help of my aunts and God bless my uncles, and of course my grandparents. Like you said, if we have a village, it takes one, and fortunately I had that growing up. So it had its highs and lows.
And so this isn't an episode about this isn't a sad song now, baby. Like,
Yeah,
but
because I still take a bit slow.
but it's really just as we, it's the holiday season. As we sit around our friends, our family, it's time to kind of reflect. And like I said, not all of us had the best upbringing, but holy shit, we're still here.
That part.
And some of the ways that when you do this reflection, you don't always look back on the good, but a lot of people like to only speak on the good, and that's not healthy. You have to speak on the bad.
Yeah.
So what are some of the different faces of like a toxic home growing up?
I mean, there's so many, and before we go further, I don't want us to sound like we're coming up as judgy. We're just really just reevaluating. So I want to emphasize that. But growing up in like toxic homes, when you see like relationships that aren't good,
yeah,
whether it be not your biological parents, and like when your mother or father being with someone that's not your other parent,
yeah,
and then going to school and seeing another kid with mommy and daddy, it can cause mental confusion. Like, why don't I have that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just it could cause a lot of confusion. And just say like they get with someone for a long time, when you know that's not you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, my mother was with someone for a long time, and I even called him dad for a period of time, but like, he's not my dad.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mind fuck. Like, who is this nigga?
Yeah.
When he taught me how to tie my shoes, but like,
who is this?
Who is this nigga? Like, our faces don't match, so it could be quite tricky sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, and I feel that. And it, not only the chaos and the confusion, but like experiencing like favoritism or just neglect even, and then silence. And I think there are more people out there who have suffered from silent parents more than anything. I think there's more women out there. Well, let me not get into that because they be using the fuck out of silence to manipulate men. And
I do it though, so I don't want to just say women.
Nah,
I do it.
I feel like, all right, I guess. I mean, obviously it's both ways. Yeah. My experiences, I would rather figure it out and not. It used to be it has to be right then and there, but now I've learned to like take a breather and come back to it. But the silence, bro, it's a deadly weapon, and people don't realize how toxic it is and can be.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm the king of that, and it's a bad trait of mine. I do acknowledge that, but I am the king of like silence, mostly because I don't want my first reaction to be my first reaction.
Yeah, to be what you remember.
Yeah, so like I'd rather just not say anything in the moment. Maybe or maybe not, I'll come back to it.
So why don't you just say we need to revisit this later?
As good as I am with words, in the moment, I'm not the greatest.
Yeah, that boy hot.
And I don't want that to be the centerpiece, because then I can turn it into another thing. And I want to just get your shit off. When you're done, I'm going to take a breather. And then, if I feel like it, we'll come back to it.
Yeah, and I think... Okay, so let me ask you this. Since we're kind of reflecting on self in this moment.
Yeah.
How did your childhood environment kind of reflect that behavior as an adult? Because a lot of people, like, who you are today is because of who you were forced to be when you were young.
Absolutely. Like, I spend a lot of time alone, whether it's in my room, whether it's in a hospital bed, whether it's I'm in a group and I can't hear completely, so I'm alone. So I spend a lot of time alone internally, so I rather just talk to myself and get myself through it rather than trying to have a conversation or trying to explain myself, because I don't want to convince you when I've already convinced myself.
No.
So either you get it and you ride with me, or I'll just ride off by myself. And again, I acknowledge that it's not a good thing, but it is something that I try to deal with daily. And it's from that. I remember one time I was in the hospital for like 6 months.
Damn, bro.
Just making up stories and watch the Disney Channel by myself. So like all those times talking to myself daily, having asking myself questions and answering myself
Yeah.
led to where I am now, I think.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
I think with you sharing that though, that will definitely help people kind of be like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yeah.
because so like stress and trauma makes you forget a lot of things. So I think a lot of people they like to gloss over the fact that maybe it wasn't all like rainbow sunshine. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with your childhood not being rainbow sunshine.
Yeah. Most people have this exact same, just a different story.
Yeah, and I think like me personally, like I had real bad self-esteem for the longest time.
Boy.
And
who you tell us?
I was big on the fear of failure, but also like I had like crazy like mommy issues, like you know, my siblings spent more time with my mom than I did, but I was with my dad, so you know, and my dad's
were you a mommy's boy growing up?
Hell no, I just didn't have a mom.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
so it was kind of just like that affection that a son gets from his mother. Because my dad was tough.
Yeah,
my dad was tough, and you know, I'm sure there's things he's probably not proud of that he did, but he was also young and figuring out his life while raising 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So this is not criticism towards him, but it was just like so. But I do know that about myself, that like my fear of abandonment stems from my mother not choosing a better path. But and who knows if it was actually the better path for her. So it's not even fair for me to have that solution. But I think one thing that reflection has taught me, and you know, as I sit with you, and you know, as I sit with my friends and my family during this holiday season, is that we all make a choice. We can break the cycle, or we can repeat them. Yeah. And you know, I think all of us today, I'm grateful to say that me and the people I'm surrounded with are all very active Black fathers.
Shout out to the dads out there.
Yeah, daddy gang on my soul.
Jeez.
So, but I think we all kind of make the conscious decision to break the cycle instead of repeat them. And
100%. 100%.
And it took a little bit for all of us to kind of get there. But we got there. We're not, you know, 60, 70, still at the
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I made a joke earlier. I was like, there's like 7, 8. Dick, damn it. I don't know. I don't know why.
Oh, those fucking kids got us, man.
They got us good.
Sorry, I threw you off. My fault.
But I don't even know what I was saying, but like I know a lot of us aren't going to be 60 and 70 repeating some of the cycles that we were raised in. So I'm grateful to say that. And I just want to ask you, what are some of the things that you've kind of done to break your cycles as your daughter has, Treasure Collins? So
one, just being there in general. You know, my mom was there, but my father wasn't. So like, just me being present is just one of the biggest things. And subconsciously knowing that like she sees me when she sees herself in the mirror. So like I try to like stand on niggas, and not like in a cocky way, but like, so she could have confidence.
Yeah.
And like part of the reason why I put myself on camera a lot and like do what I do, yes, I love it, but like I want my daughter to see this when she gets older. Like, oh, look at my dad. Like he looks things like me. He's not afraid to be in front of the camera and smile or talk or sound different or look different because he's unapologetic him, and I want that for her. And in a lot of ways, my mom did that as well. Like I remember seeing my mom getting dressed with her girls, get ready to go out, put on makeup. You know, every '90s picture has that stairway picture.
Yeah.
My mom has one of those. You know, like it does something to your confidence seeing seeing that, you know.
Yeah. Nah, and I agree. I would agree with that.
Mm.
How do you feel? How do you feel like the culture teaches us to normalize toxicity? Do you feel like that is something that I do, but I want to hear your opinion on?
It's just so common and just like.
Is it common or normalized? Like,
I think it's normalized, and we just turn on the TV.
y'all know what I think about the media and how the psychology of it. Y'all know the
Like,
music, all of it.
I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't think I can explain it. But if you look at black television past 94, 95, there is no 2-carat black hole, and there is, it's very rare.
Yeah, I remember they took them. Yeah, they did nuke those shows.
If we go back to not 95, I think it's like 2003, the channel UPN had 4 black shows with 2-carat households. They cut UPN and changed it to the CW. Which was completely white shows. My facts could be a little scattered, but that is true. You can look it up. And just music, women talking about trauma. You know how many times I heard on fucking Mary J. Blige's album talking about leaving, never coming back again. Keisha Cole leaving, never coming back again. It's just all toxic. Great music, but it's all toxic.
Yeah, did you see that clip of Fantasia?
Which one?
Where she's talking about a fan is like, I love this song, and I guess Fantasia's married now, and the fan was like, how did you get a man? And Fantasia was just like, if you want a man, you better stop listening to those songs.
Yeah. And I remember Fantasia. I remember that Lifetime movie.
So
first off, side note, Lifetime, women, stop watching that channel. That is the most terrible channel I've ever seen in my life.
Most terrible.
It's nothing but just abuse relationships or like a nigga trying to like kill a girl over another girl. It's just bad. Every time I sit there and watch a movie, it's just terrible. Sorry. I had to get that off.
So when did you kind of first realize how you were raised wasn't normal?
Story time. I used to have this buddy named Tyler Huddleston. Shout out to you. We had a sleepover one time.
Oh, I know Tyler. Okay.
You know Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog. We had a sleepover one time. He had a sleepover one time. I went over there and I stayed the night, whatever. His mom wakes up, hey, there's breakfast. And she's like bringing us pancakes. And then like his dad woke up and like grabbed his wife, Tyler's mom, gave her a kiss, sat down, got the paper, conversating with his kids and me.
That should sound like a movie.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm just like, hold the fuck up. This is a real life thing.
Yeah.
She went at Lesson, he worked at NAPI. If you don't know, that's like a staple.
That's all we got.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's one of those jobs. And they kept calling each other honey. Like, but I love you, honey. You know, like.
Yeah. You think that was a front, or you think that was like it was genuine?
It was genuine because I was seeing, we was in a hair and care class, so it was like 5 of us, so they would come a lot to like the little special days. It would be both of them. Now, granted, I don't know what goes on in their house on the daily, but what I saw was real, and I don't know. It was so real that it was like some fake shit, but like
yeah.
And I remember going home to my apartment. My mom, my sister yelling at each other. Just like, it's all small. And granted, I'm blessed to live the life that I live, but it was just like, this is not what it is.
Yeah.
My mom on the phone cussing out my father, talking about child support, this and that. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not what it should be.
Yeah.
And I remember that, like, this nigga had bites in his yard, had a trampoline in the back. The whole neighborhood looked like it was you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't want to say I was jealous, but I was like, man, that nigga got it.
Definitely a little bit of envy in that.
Fuck yeah, this nigga had a pool table in the basement.
He said, let me keep going.
Man, for real, he had the pro skater game, and like, look, this nigga had 4 bedrooms. No, never mind.
Yeah, that boy finna give y'all the whole floor plan.
Yeah, I ain't trying, cause they still live there, so I ain't trying to talk about his queries, but shout out to them though, the Huddlestons, good people.
I think looking back, for me, I knew it wasn't normal because, one, I was raised on a college campus.
That's not normal.
Starting, yeah.
But turn up though.
Yeah, and, my dad definitely did.
Yeah.
And that's why, that's one thing that I take into who I am today.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, people will see my daughter at events, things like that. And that's because,
put your hands up.
Yeah, I was raised in a space where my dad had us around his friends. And I'm grateful because they're all good people. They're all good to us, and I'm grateful that all the people I do have my daughter around are good people. Like when I invite people to my home and things like that, or I have cookouts, like I'm grateful that it's all good people.
Yeah. Praise God.
Yeah, for real. That's something that's normal to me because that's what I was raised around. But that is not normal.
That is not normal
to a lot of people. Like I'm learning that, like my annual kickbacks, like that's not a normal thing because people just spend time with their families.
Yeah.
For a lot of those things. Yeah. And it's just like, for me, it was like, my dad has always had us around his close friends. So like, and their kids, and my entire friend group from Quincy are all kids that are friends of my father's kids. Don't get me wrong, some of it is environmental, circumstantial, but from that is a real brotherhood.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing. One being in the back of a classroom eating my Hardee's and coloring while the professors are talking.
In a college class?
Yeah, bro. I was raised on a college campus. That's how, and the other side of college, the party life and things like that. Like, I was 24 before too. I was 25 before too.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Facts.
That's another thing I realized that wasn't normal. Was like, I'm not gonna get too deep, but like just being around like a lot of drugs and alcohol.
Oh my God.
Just like willy-nilly. And it took me being an adult and having kids to like my children's mother would be like, I just got it out. Like it wasn't a place of judgment. It's more like, it's just right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Boy, I don't even let my daughter see my CBD, boy.
Yeah. And
my CBD, she don't even be seeing it.
I had to like switch that because like it was just so normal to me. Like,
my dad be in his own private area in the house, and we just be in the house. Me and my friends kicking it, normalized, but that is not normal.
No, like now, like I don't do that around my kids. If I were to, it'd be like separate.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Wow.
So I guess we did I don't want you guys to receive this like it's negative, but like these are steps in life where it's like you do go through these chapters and these episodes where it's like, this is a normal. How do I, it's not even that you want to be normal, but what's right from wrong and things like that.
And what do you want to pass on to your kids?
Yeah,
make that normal.
As another human being, how do you want your kids to live? How do you want to influence the community and the people around you and things like that? What is the impact you want to make? What is your legacy, in a sense, right? Yeah. And so, Marcellus, to kind of wrap this, what does a healthy home look like to you now? And what are, I guess you already touched on the second point, so I'll just wrap with that. The second point is, how different is that from what you saw growing up, which we just touched on, but what does a healthy home look like to you now?
One, communication. I talk a lot with my kids. Even though they're young, I still have a lot of dialogue.
Come on, man. I swear, I apologize to my daughter. Like, I looked up best methods to really communicate. I looked up how to ask your kids how was a good day. And then I learned that when you want to communicate with your child, you don't stand above them. You get on their level and you get eye level.
I always, like, I'm trying to cut you off.
No, I cut you off. Go ahead.
But one of the biggest things, like, so I always have my kid on Friday nights. And one of the things that I do after dinner is, like, we'll sit down for a minute. How's your week? What happened? Oh, you had church on Wednesday? How was church?
Yeah.
Like, I want to get to know my kid. Oh, you didn't like that? Why didn't you like that? Oh, what happened at school? It was Spirit Day? Nice. Like, yeah, I talk to them every day, of course, but like, I want them to tell me about their week.
Yeah.
Get into the thought. I want to have a conversation.
Do you feel that's something that you had growing up or not really?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Honestly, I observed good people around me do that, and I just stole it. Like you and others, Jared's parents. Like, I saw positive things, and I took from that and implicated it into my life.
Word.
My children's mother, she did that, and I said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let me steal that type shit." That's one thing. Another thing is community.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say I didn't have it because I have lots of family and friends, but like trying to do other shit too. Like my son's in a ranger camp. I put my kid in jujitsu.
Yeah.
My daughter is in the church group at her school. My daughter is in the fucking swim. Well, she was in the swim class. My sister kids takes piano. They do football. Like community, getting out and doing stuff. All I did growing up was stay in my room. Or play at the local Hills Park. Well, I didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
I took 2 hours late today sitting in the car because we was at a benefit for church. Like, community is something that the basketball league, he can't wait to go hang out with Naomi and talk about whenever.
And play on their phone.
Yeah. they talk while they play, but like,
yeah.
We was at Mr. Bell's recently. Like, community is something that I tried to include myself and my kids in a lot, and I didn't really have that growing up, but I'm glad that I do that as an adult.
Yeah. Now we're two single parents.
Ladies.
So what is how normal do you think we can actually get to? And I keep saying normal. I don't even like that. So how positive can we impact our kids when it comes to, relationships, kind of learning to trust people, navigating feelings and all that things? What are some ways that you feel that we can do as single parents? Because I hate when people be like, I'm a single mother. No. Dad, if the dad's paying child support, if the dad's present, you're not a single mother. You're a single parent.
I'm definitely not a single father.
So as a fellow single parent, I'm curious because that is something I think about, and that's why I am so big in investing in community and doing my get together, because I want her to have that sense of like your family is actually who you make it. It's not just the people that you're blood. Don't get me wrong. On her mother's side, they're awesome. Yeah. She I don't think she'll ever actually feel alone, right? But on this side, it's a lot of freelance. Yeah. And you make your family. Yeah.
Definitely that community, kind of going back to community. And also not rushing into something. Like whenever, like your mother and I have already discussed it, whenever we do find another partner, ease into it. I'm so used to, hey, I didn't really get that introduction to a man growing up. It was more of a
man. Likewise, but for women, it was just like, hey, this is so and so.
Yeah, it's like, and
after a couple months, I'm calling her mom, and then it was like after another couple months, they're gone. And it's just like,
this nigga just made me a sandwich. Now he. I thought he was a cool nigga.
She just helped me with my homework. What are we talking about?
That nigga say he's gonna give me a PS2. Fuck that nigga. Well, shit like that. And easing into a new relationship. That's why, right now, I'm not on that type of shit. Ladies come out on me. When I do that, it's going to be a slow and steady race. And I do hope that the woman understands that.
No, I feel that same way, though, but vice versa. Yeah. I've had one successful relationship. My daughter really, and it wasn't a few months. It wasn't a fling. It wasn't a few months. It was genuine, and but I feel like now I'm at a place too. I saw what it looks like when it doesn't work out and how that affects her. It was like, okay. And how that affects her. So now it's like, now I'm even more cautious, and since that separation, it's like I've talked to other women, but it's just like you were just such not a priority.
That's always tell always joke when I'm not joking. The next person has to realize they're not going to be my first priority.
You might not even be top 10. I mean, for me, I do a lot.
I always say top 5 because I got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And you're just not going to get it. So, like,
yeah.
And it's not even me trying to, like, not exclude them. It's just, not include them. It's just really like, I got to go to St. Louis for 3 days because I have to be in the St. Louis Children's Hospital with their mama. Yeah, there's like, ain't no lot going on. You just going to have to trust me.
Yeah.
And I understand that's not an easy thing to do, but like, well, my daughter comes first.
Facts.
I have to go do this because my son has that. That's something that I know that I'm gonna have to struggle with. I'm sure you're gonna have to struggle with that.
We need to lock in. I would love to talk about that at length in some of those hills. Cause
stay tuned. Next pod.
A big thing for me is like people wanting to text all day.
If we're sending titties, I don't know. I'm not responding that fast. Right? I'm just like.
You got to keep my attention. I'm with you at this point because
I'm at work.
Yeah, it's like there's great conversations, but goddamn, we're grown as fuck. Like, pull up, like
that's the thing.
We gonna get into it.
Next pod. Stay tuned.
But with that said, I hope you guys are able to enjoy your holidays and really take this time to reflect and be grateful.
Cool question. Do you have a favorite gift growing up? Like a favorite Christmas gift growing up?
Christmas gift?
Yeah, since we're close to the holidays, and I just finished my Christmas shopping. Oof.
A Christmas gift?
Yeah.
I don't want to say not for real, but the thing I cherish most, a memory I cherish most, is my birthday's in January, and my dad had made me a basketball cake, and he thinks I wasn't like attentive, but that is my most bittersweet memory.
Oh, you got one of those birthdays too. I hate that. Sorry.
Nah, and then he gave me a computer. I was a fucking nerd, so it was like,
oh, that's fine.
That was like he gave me the computer that same birthday, so it was like I got a computer and he gave me the basketball cake. But spent so much time on the computer, he was pissed that he didn't think I appreciated the cake when really I was fucking the cake up. So it was just one of those things.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I got a PS3 one year, and like, all my cousins got it first. Like, they were putting their birthdays and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I had to wait till the end of the year for Christmas, but I remember being so happy. Well, the greatest gift, and it is like kind of, it wasn't a big thing, but it was big to me. It's like a transformer thing.
Word.
And it's like you stand up, you can walk a little, say some words. That was like really cool. And then my sister broke it, but.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Random question.
Well, with that said, what I was saying is take this moment to kind of reflect on the good, the bad, and as you look around your tables and you're around the people that love you and you love, just be grateful and find that sense of gratefulness because, if you grew up with a rough upbringing or you grew up with a great upbringing, it could have turned out either way at this point. And
forgive yourself, forgive your parents for they may have not known better.
Yeah.
Not for them, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it will relieve so much stress, so much internal emotions. And if you can, try to talk to them. If they can't come together, at least you tried.
Word. And with that said, I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And this was a Kickback.
Peace.